a little bit of guidance. Yeah, and I see you guys out there. I see you. Welcome and good morning. Yeah, and then right here, just take 2 breaths right where you are, just sitting up, just full inhale. Good morning. Full exhale. Whatever's showing up. I know I woke up this morning and my back is locked up, so I could barely stand up this morning and go to the physical therapist after this class. And so I did, I have a friend who decided to join us because she can do the physical moves for you. So this is Amber, you guys, and Amber's gonna be our model this morning. So let's set up right here in child's pose. Yeah, but whatever it is, if it's a locked up back, if it's a late baby daddy, if it's overslept this morning, if it's just the stress of Corona, like whatever it is, right here, fill it up. Just let it all come in, acknowledge it, hold it just for a second, just till it's uncomfortable. Right here, keep holding. 3, 2, is it ready? Is it ready to come out? Open your mouth. Yeah, it was time for that stuff to go. For the next 60 minutes, let's just be right here in this emptiness where possibility and discovery can happen. Take another big, deep inhale. Open your mouth. Facing dog. Right here, whatever is showing up, if it's a little tightness, some tension, shake it out. Shake your hips out, pedal your feet, bending your knees. Shake out your head, yes, no. And then come to stillness, spread your fingers out, push down into the 4 corners of your mat. So your feet down, lift your toes, stretch them out. Press into your hands, lift your tailbone even higher. Extend your whole body. And then take out a big sigh. And then step into ragdoll, feet to the back of your wrist. You want distance between your feet here. It's going to create stability. Yeah, so if your feet are narrow, take them even wider. If your feet are wide and you want to go even wider, like see what that feels like. See what it feels like in the back of your hamstrings. For me, taking my feet out a little bit wider allows me to go a little bit deeper. Breathe in and empty. And then take a ragdoll twist. Drop your right hand to the center of your mat. Lift your left hand up to the sky. And right here in your ragdoll twist, I want you to think about your thoracic spine, pulling your shoulder blades into your spine, moving them closer to your body. Shoulder integration is going to give you more accessibility into your thoracic spine where you can twist a little bit. So take a big breath in, lengthen, and then exhale, tiny rinse. And come back to the center, just to switch sides. So this time you're going to switch, dropping left hand down, right hand up. You've got it. And a big bend in your left knee, pressing down into the center of your straight leg. Yeah, and press down through that heel, get taller. Remember, your shoulders are pinching in so that you can twist. That's it. Fill your lungs, grow long here. And then rinse. Yeah, if you want to take a bind, like Amber's going to reach back for a bind, like know that if you've got more there, take it. Like, don't hold back here. It's your mat, your practice. Express out. And then come back in to the center. Step your feet together. And then reach up. Tadasana, full extension. Fully reach up. Ooh, look up. Pull your hands to your heart center. Press into your palms. Lift your elbows. 3 breaths. Ah. Ah. Breath in. Clear out. Tadasana, full reach. Lengthen up. Look between your fingertips. Reach up even taller. Pull the sides of your body up towards your ears. Forward bow. Halfway lift, flatten your spine. So draw your head forward and your tailbone back. Press your palms down, high plank. Yeah, we're in high plank, not in down dog. So even in high plank, if you want to modify, you'll just drop your knees. You still want to keep the engagement through the core and the stacking of the shoulders over the wrist. Get tight here. From your skin to your muscle to your bone, hug in here. You've got it. Now take 3 more breaths. That's it, Crystal. You've got it right there. Stay forward. You've got this. Breathe in. Empty it out. Yeah, one more full inhale. Come forward and down. Exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog. Fully extend the arms. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Take a breath in. Empty it out. Yeah, and then right there, look forward, float forward. Quit yelling at Brandy, Greg. She can play too. Half lift, forward fold, Tadasana. Yeah, whether you're doing Tadasana alone or with your kids, with your dogs, look up, forward fold. Yeah, it's perfect right where you are. Halfway lift, high plank. Amber and everybody, low plank, strong low plank, upward facing dog. Puff your chest, look up, downward facing dog. Notice if you're bringing tension into the jaw, like open your mouth here and just loosen up. And then close your mouth, inhale, exhale, and look forward, walk, jump, or float. Halfway lift, forward bow, Tadasana, full extension, reach up. If you want a back bend, take a tiny one right here. Forward fold, halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breath in, chest out, downward facing dog. Whew. Drop your head, look between your ankles. Take another full inhalation. Big exhalation. Look at the top of your mat. Go there. Halfway lift, forward bow, chair pose. And then shift your knees back. Some of your knees are past your toes. Stack your joints here. Yeah, maybe your hips lift a little bit. That's fine too. Or you can drop down even lower. Sink in. And right there, lift the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button. Beautiful. Now go 3 inches deeper. Just like that. Reach your hands up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Full inhale. Bow forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward dog. Empty and downward facing dog. Whew. Now let this down dog be your reset. Reset the physical foundation of your practice. Spread your fingers out. Lift and spread your 10 toes out. Lift your tailbone up. Tighten your core. Big inhale. Exhale. Yeah, look at the top of your mat. However you get there, go. Halfway lift, forward bow, chair pose. Yeah, and some of you are like, we should be in warrior one, but you should be right here where you are. This is it. Lower down even more. And then look forward. Yeah, Amber, look forward. Everybody look forward. Reach your hand from your skin to your muscles to your bone. Hug in. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward dog. Now this time take your right foot to the top of the mat. Take warrior one, not crescent lunge. Take warrior one. And notice if your foot steps up and you feel like you're in a short lunge, like adjust it. Just take your right foot closer up your mat. Yeah, for me, that sometimes it's just like hinging my foot up and then settling into the lunge. If your back foot has lifted, press down into your back foot and pull your center arch up. Now pull your front ribs in. Yeah, don't look like an Olympian, right? Pull it in right here, front ribs in, and it's gonna give you space in the mid-back, and then you can lunge 3 inches deeper, just like that. Yeah, now reach up even higher. Feel the energy, open up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We're gonna do the same thing left side. So step your left foot forward. Be intentional here. Ground down through the 4 corners of your feet. You may hear myself or other teachers say inner ankles back and outer ankles down. So right here, think about that. Press your inner ankles back. And then that nice edge of the side of your foot, those are your outer ankles. Press that down, get really firm. And then go for it. Deepen the lunge, tighten your glutes, reach up. Chaturanga. Just like that. Upward facing dog, empty and downward facing dog. Yeah, you guys are really incredible right here. Spread out your fingers, look forward, and then just jump. See what happens. Float forward. Yeah, halfway lift. Bow. Chair pose. Sink lower than you left the last one. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Move with breath. Upward dog. Empty and downward dog. Right foot warrior one. Step it through. Really receive here. Inhale, open. Chaturanga, release. And vinyasa to the other side. So you'll take up dog to down dog, and we'll go left foot forward. Stay in your breath. Don't feel rushed. Fully receive the pose. Chaturanga, fully exhale and release. Upward dog. Everybody will meet in downward facing dog. Yeah. Keep moving. You've got this. Stay in your breath. And then together we'll inhale. Stick out your tongue. Ha. Yeah, now look forward. Walk, jump, or fly. Halfway lift. Bow. Chair pose. Last one. Sink low. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Empty to downward dog. Right foot warrior one. Big inhale. Chaturanga to the other side. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left foot warrior one. Stay in breath here. Ground down. Reach up. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Yeah, great warrior ones, you guys. Your breath is your guide here. If you start to feel rushed, you'll start shortening the breath and it'll be right at the top of your chest. That creates panic. Your ujjayi breath, this long intentional breath, it creates a release. It creates calming in the nervous system. Bring your hands to touch at the top of your mat. Take three-legged down dog. So you're gonna lift your right foot and bend the knee. So when you bend your knee, you're creating like a hook. And then flex your toes and then press your foot back. Yeah, and you can keep hanging out here, opening through the hip flexor, or you can just move right into flip dog. Drop your right foot down. And as you press through your feet, you can lift up and then go back. Allow your gaze to go with your arm. And then as you press up and back, you'll get out of the joint and you can go even further. That's it. Keep going. Keep looking. Side plank on your right. And flex your toes here. Even if your bottom knee is on the ground, which is an incredible modification, may I invite you there? Or if you're flexing both toes, stack your hips. You've got it. Now start to express out. Yeah, like Amber has kids and I've watched her kids class this week and she just kind of went like no one was watching her. Yeah, and do that, just like that. Get playful, like no one is watching, and then start to find out like what's possible. Like Amber, have you done this before? Yeah, go somewhere new, right here. Like what's possible? Big inhale, lift up even higher, like look up, get out of your comfort zone, right here. Big breath in, chaturanga. Yeah, everybody, upward dog, empty and downward dog. Yeah, so my invite right here in this left side is that you do something different. Don't do it the way you always do it. You'll get the same result you always get. Three-legged down dog. Lift your left foot to the sky, bend your knee. Yeah, maybe what you always get is good, right? Like I go to Taco Lu, I always get the queso. I love it and it's great. But what if I tried something else? Yeah, what if I fell in love with the guacamole? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's just something different. Go there. Go for guacamole. Expand from the inside out. Way to side plank. And maybe even the transition is new for you. And go with just a wild abandonment right here. Like as if you could levitate, just go there. Don't even think about it. Your head is clouding the way there. Big inhale. Now just go, lift up, even bigger. Get off of the earth. Chaturanga. I thought Amber was about to levitate. I got really excited. Downward facing dog. Yeah, just like your practice here, it's when you start to feel something new, when you start to move out of the comfort zone, like your practice gets exciting. Yeah, maybe it's the same crescent lunge you've always done, but this one is a little more fun. Let's see what happens. Crescent lunge. Take your right foot to the top of your mat. This time your back heel is lifted, so your back heel is spinning up towards the sky. Yeah, and some of you can lunge even deeper. You too, Amber. Like pull the knee over, really get into the quad. And pull the pit of your belly in and up. Yeah, for those of you who know Greg Newbill, he comes to a lot of my classes and he prides himself on being the violation coach and writing the yoga rule book. Well, his dog is watching him right now and she's taking notes for me. Yeah, bring your hands to heart center. And then right here, everybody lunge just a little bit deeper and twist to the right. If you're anything like me, I was in a class the other day with a girlfriend of mine from the Baptiste Institute and she held us in this for 10 breaths and I was like, just move us already. And then I remembered that like I have the power to stay or to go. And you do too, right here. And it's more powerful to stay right here, to just be in breath and in this discomfort. And when you come out, you feel so powerful. When you're in it, you can feel powerful. Ground through your feet, get lighter in your hand, and then take a tiny little twist. Warrior two. Keep your front knee at a bend and spin your back heel down. Extended side angle. Drop your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. And right here, an extended side angle is another opportunity to just be playful. Squeeze your right glute cheek. Yeah, draw your bottom butt cheek in. Press your top hip back. Yeah, so you're really turning your tailbone down towards your back heel and spin your top shoulder back. You've got it. You can look up here. You can bind, move into bird of paradise. 3 more breaths. This is where I started to learn some of the binds was to get out of my front quad. Yeah, and then I realized I needed to go deeper to connect the bind. I go a little bit deeper right here, breathe in, and then rinse out. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Empty out and downward facing dog. Take the left side, crescent lunge. Left foot to the top of your mat. And go back to the foundation. If it takes a minute to set it up, like find what stabilizes you here. Maybe it's a wider stance. Maybe it's more distance in the feet. Pull your front ribs in. Hands at heart center. Twist to your left. A great modification so that you don't give up here is to just drop the back knee. And then when you feel like you're ready to come back, straighten the back leg. But everybody push into your hands. Lift your chest up off your thighs. And then rinse it out. If you are gritting your jaw, drop your tongue. Full inhale. Exhale, twist. Warrior two. Open up, look past your front middle finger. Lift your back arm a little bit. You want your arms parallel. And then big inhale, exhale side or extended side angle. Quinn, I could put you on the front of yoga journal right now. Ambiance and pose, great job. That's it, yes, Haley, get playful. Move into your bird of paradise. Naya, you've got it. Draw your top shoulder back. The bind is right there. Beautiful, Monica. Everybody play here. Expand from the inside out. Yes, Nicole. Yeah. Nice work, Amber. Upward facing dog. Everybody downward facing dog. Whew. And shake it out. Shake your hips. Nice. Take a look forward. Float to the back of your elbows. Crow. Yeah. Some of you looked at me like I'm crazy. You've got it. Amber, can you turn to the side and we'll break crow down? For those of you who may not be as familiar with crow, so Amber's going to take her hands out really wide, like she's opening jars, and then she's going to pull her knees towards the back of her triceps. So she really has room to play. If she goes closer to the armpit, that's great. But if you're closer to the lower arm, that's totally fine. She's going to shift forward. Now she can stay there without lifting the toes, or she's strong enough, she lifts both of her toes. So you can tap. Can you show just showing one foot down? You can also tap here. So if you come into your crow, you can stay here and just lift one foot at a time, playing with the weight control. And everybody, chaturanga. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Yeah, and inversions are a great way to play, a great way to shift the energy of your day, shift your mood, or just working on the arm balance. So right here, I invite you for Yogi's Choice, handstand, headstand, or crow. But go now, 6 full breaths. If you're near a wall, yeah, take the wall. Yes, Bethany. Nice, Tina. Beautiful, Quinn. Naya, yes, great job, you guys. Yes, Haley. Everybody pull the pit of your belly in and up. Chaturanga. Great job, Amber. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Whew. Now look forward, go forward. Halfway lift, bow. Tadasana, full extension, reach up, look up. Standing leg raise. Pull your right knee at hip height. Flex all 10 toes towards your face. And then right here, just keeping in the sake of fun, right? There's a lot of stuff that's serious right now, right, Amber? A lot of things that can take us out. So like, let's get playful. Like, what can you do here? Can you grab your big toe and straighten your leg? Yeah. And if you're like me, that might look a little more like this. Yeah, that's okay too, right? However it looks like. And then right here, just play with dropping your foot. Like don't drop it, but like release your foot and see if you can't hold it up with no hands. That's it. I love it. Right here, Elizabeth's dog has just said, nope, you can't see this. Yeah, and then take it to warrior three. Slow and controlled, bend the knee and just press back. You've got it. Steady your gaze here so you can see where you're going. There it is. Now draw your chest up, thoracic spine in, move your upper arm bones back. Bring your hands to your heart center. Yeah, staying slow and controlled. Now shift, half moon. So you can take your left hand forward or to the outside of your left foot and then square your hips here. I square my hips and shoulders before I move my gaze, but for you, take your balance however you feel safe. If you want more, bend the knee, take Shavasana. Draw in. Create your full expression out. Press down into the center of your left foot. Now squeeze your outer shin in. Tighten your left glute, really tight, squeeze in. And slowly, if you're bound, release the bind. Everybody come back, warrior three. You got to use your core here. Square your hips, reach out long. Come back, standing leg raise. Tree. Bring your right foot to your left leg. And you just got to get out of your head sometimes. If you catch yourself getting mad at yourself, like ask yourself why. We're just doing yoga. If you want more, don't be afraid to take it. If you're stable here, then go for it. Now with a stable foundation, you can create anything. Breath in. And then find a little bit of length. Pull your shoulders in, draw them back. And maybe it's reaching your hands up. Maybe it's taking your gaze up. Fill up. Lift up. Tadasana. Yeah, relax, release it out. Take standing leg raise on your left. You're gonna bring your left knee at hip height. And with that same intention of getting out of what you normally do, see what's possible. Maybe it's extending your left leg, which for me, the left and the right they're just two totally different personalities. Take a big breath in. That's it, Nicole. And then release your foot. Just see what happens if you let it go. Mine drops about 2 inches from the earth. Warrior three. Breathe. Quit clenching your jaw. Yeah. Beautiful, Crystal. That's it. Flex your toe. Bring more energy into the back leg. Yeah, everybody, get the energy in your legs. Pull your chest up. Half moon. Naya, are you folding laundry and doing half moon? Oh, okay. I was like, that's impressive. You got it. Stack the hips. Crown through the center of your right foot. Yeah, now squeeze your right glute in. Lift your left heel up. Beautiful. And no, you don't have to take your gaze up. If your gaze is taking you off, then keep looking down. Sometimes I just stay down, but go ahead. Open up. Open up. Back into warrior three. Slowly, however you get there. There's no right way. Just tighten up. Tadasana, big reach. Tree. Left foot into your right leg. Yeah, if you fall out, it doesn't matter. Just like come back in, reset the foundation. Your four corners of your feet. Press into your big toe mound and your little toe mound. Your inner ankle and outer ankle. Reach to the crown of your head, lengthen out. You got it. Squeeze in, tighten your glutes, press in and lift up. That's it. Once you stabilize, start challenging yourself. Look up, go back, go back, go back. Tadasana, fully extend. Hi. halfway lift, chaturanga, upward dog, downward facing dog. Together, big inhale. Another big inhale. Full exhale. Warrior one. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. Deep lunge. Warrior two. Expand open. Pull your front knee forward towards your middle toe and then over towards your right pinky toe. You don't want your knee tracking in towards your big toe or closer. And now pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Move them into your body. Extend the front leg. So straight front leg. Squeeze your outer shins in. And then reach forward as far forward as you can reach. And then hinge at your hips, triangle. Same thing in your hands still. Everybody, squeeze your glutes in. Pull your top hip back. Move your bottom hip forward. Now you're creating this access so that you can take a back bend, lengthen out. There it is, and then go back. You got it. Big breath in. Go back. One more. Fill up. Rinse out. Warrior two. Bend your front knee. Come into a deeper lunge. Reverse your warrior. Palm up. Go back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Grounding into the earth. Open up. Warrior two. With that same intention, deep lunge. Steady the knee over towards the pinky toe. Stack the joints and straighten the front knee. Trikonasana. Coming forward and forward and forward, then go down. Notice if your booty is has the tension or the, what am I trying to say? If your booty, tendency, thank you, I couldn't say it, to poke back. I want you to think about lifting the front of your pelvis so your tailbone drops down. So you want your tailbone to drop down towards your back heel. Beautiful. Now breathe in, reach up. Exhale, start to explore that expansion. Puff the chest, open the mid back. You've got it. Big inhale. Exhale, rinse. Warrior two. Bend the front knee. Turn your palm up. Reverse your warrior. Go back. Keep your lunge here. You've got it. Lunge even further. Back, back, back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shake out your head. High plank. Don't be afraid to squeeze your glutes and press your pelvis forward. Like sometimes we poke our booty up thinking that that's where the weight is, but it isn't. Yeah, it might, my butt's big too, but it doesn't mean that that's where the weight is. It's evenly distributed. So you've got to evenly pull in. Like you're sucking in from your skin to your muscle to your bone. And then the tighter you get, the lighter you actually become. And then take another breath in and another breath out. Yeah, get so light here. You're putting so much weight in. Everything is light. Lift your right hand, tap your left shoulder. Yeah, now right here, we're going to do the opposite. Take your left hand to your right shoulder and try to not shift the weight. You don't want to go bouncing side to side. So right to left, slow and controlled, and then drop it down slowly. And then we're going left to right. Like, yeah, notice if you're just moving really fast here. Pull your core in and up. Right to left, hold. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, go left to right. 3, 2, 1. Drop your hand, go forward, low plank, and then release right to the mat. And just acknowledge your heart beating. Your heartbeat against your chest or the mat, whatever is stronger there. Just acknowledge your heartbeat today. Right now, we're in a world where some people don't realize the importance of just that. Take another big breath in and empty. Locust. Shift your gaze forward. Pull your shoulders up. Lift your hands up. Draw your heels up, your thighs up. Breath in, lift up, lower to the mat. And we're gonna take locust again, right here, going longer and stronger. Breathe in, and then go, locust, lift up. Go even longer, lift up even taller. Yeah, some of you, I can't see you. Lift up, get into the view of the camera. Lift up, lower down. Rock your hips side to side. And let's put a nice little bow on this practice. There's no bigger gift than this practice right here, right now. So bend your knees and reach back for your shins. Now flex your feet and press your shins away from your hands. It's gonna give you a counterbalance. Think about pressing your thighs down towards the mat. Lift your chest. Release, slowly lower down. If you just ate breakfast or had your morning coffee and it feels like it's coming up, you want to tighten your core a little bit more. The tighter your belly is, the less you'll have that feeling. Everybody, we're going again right here. Lift up for bow. You've got it. Flex your toes, lift up even taller. Draw in, create your full expression out. Breath. Slowly release, shaking your feet side to side. Move in, upward facing dog. Hands down by your chest, lift up. Pull your chest out, lift your thighs up. Downward facing dog. And from down dog, come on to your back. Right onto your back, and we're gonna set up one bridge, one wheel. So right here for bridge, ankles by your glutes, lift up. And if you're moving into wheel, all of a sudden you just ready for it, go for it. Maybe your bridge turns into a wheel, but everybody draw your hips up to the sky. Big inhale, lower down on the exhale. And if you've already told yourself no, come back to yes. Be a yes. It's the whole methodology that we lead here. Be a yes. Give up what you must. All of those can'ts, all of those no's, and come from you are ready right now, because you are ready. You really are. Wheel. Lift up just like that. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Experience what happens. Right here, lift up even higher. Go more. Yes, Monica, lift your feet. Walk your hands back a little more. Haley, you've got this. From your skin to your muscle to your bone, hug in. Everybody lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. We're community here. We're all here together. So remind everybody you're here together. Throw your thumbs up to them for those amazing back bends and support. Nice work, you guys. Yeah. And then bring one hand to your belly and one to your heart. Take a big breath in. And a full empty. And another big breath in. And a full breath out. And then pull your knees into your chest, squeeze them into your body. And lift your feet up to the sky. You can bring your hands by your low lumbar if it feels good. to protect your low back here, or you can take your hands at your temples or above your head. The choice is yours. And I want you to lower your feet 30 degrees. And at this 30 degree from the earth, I want you to start feeling your core there. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. And then I want you to drop down about 30 more, so you're about 60 degrees from where you started. And then you start to feel whatever little cushion is on top of your core start to rise up right there. And then you maybe even start gritting your jaw like Amber is here, and then drop your feet to a hover right there. And then curl your shoulders up like you're crunching, taking a full hollow body. You've got it right there for 3, 2, lift your feet to the sky. So we kind of found the access into your core. You felt that a little bit? Awesome. So we're going to do it one more time. Drop your feet 30 degrees. 30 degrees from where you are. Awesome. Drop your feet to a 60 degree. And now all the way to a hover. Curl your shoulders and hold for 3, 2, 1. Lift your feet back to the sky. And then right here, everybody bend your knees, stack your knees over your hips. And then right here, I want you to hold while Amber takes over core. I love having teachers in the class, so I always utilize them. And since Amber happens to be right here and she is my core and more partner, I'm gonna take the mic out and let Amber take us through a little bit of core. All
right, guys, so we're not gonna be set up on our backs anymore. You're gonna set up in your stomach instead. So I'm gonna lie, whatever orientation, the landscape orientation on the mat here so you guys can see me. Everybody can see me, right? Looks like I can see myself in the camera, so we should be good. Okay, so you're gonna set up just like you're setting up for locust. And you're gonna press yourself down into the mat. Everything's nice and grounded. Shoulders are pressing down into the mat. Pelvis is pressing down into the mat. The only thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna lift up our abs. We're gonna lift our core up off the mat. So belly button is no longer touching, just lift up. But you don't want your butt in the air like this. You wanna be nice and even. So we're just lifting the core up and then we're pulling the pit of the belly in and up, just like we're in plank pose, and then lower back down. We're gonna do that 3 more times, okay? Everybody ready? Take a big breath in to set up. Then press everything down except your belly button. Lift your belly button up off your mat. Ground down through your hands, the tops of your feet. Draw up. Release. And if you wanna throw in a little windshield wiper, just because, go ahead and throw that in. It feels good. All right, we got 2 more of these. Everyone set up. Press down to lift up. This is just like wheel, kind of the opposite of wheel. We're grounding down into our foundation so we can get off the ground. So press in, lift up, and then suck your navel up towards your spine. Release. Last time. Biggest breath you've taken today so far. And so press down through the hands, the shoulders, taps of the feet, lift up. And let go. And windshield wiper your legs side to side. And make your way back onto your back for whatever Leah has in store for us next. We're in this together, you and I.
Yeah, and so pull your knees into your chest, rock and roll 3, maybe even 4 or 5 times. I'll be honest, for some people, rock and rolls don't feel good. For me, I actually quite enjoyed them. And then come into downward facing dog. Now, I also know sometimes the rock and roll depends on the surface. If you're on concrete, maybe not as great as if you're on carpet or grass. And then come to high plank and lower onto your belly. Grab your right foot. So I'll kind of lay down near Amber over here so you can see. So I'm gonna take my right foot and bend it like I'm going for bow, and my fingers are facing the outside. So I'm on the inside of my foot on the top, and then I'm going to pull my foot down towards the earth and rotate my fingers forward. towards your toes. Yeah. And so you're just pressing down here, getting into the hip flexor. So Greg, I see some of you looking. So Amber, can you just take a side view? Do you mind just rotating? And you'll take your left leg on this. Yeah. So she's going to bend and grab here, and her fingers are going this way. So her hands are facing out. And if she can, if she can stay or turn it, she's going to turn her fingers forward. If she can't, that's fine. So all you're doing is bending the thigh and pulling down. Yeah, so if you guys have ever seen hero's pose or saddle pose where we go back this way, we're essentially doing the same thing on your belly. Now, I want you to pull down a little bit more, point your toes here. Like really point in your toes and pull, and then release. You're going for the other leg. So in your case, it's your left leg. For Amber, we're switching to her right. And then it's that same thing. You want your fingers either facing out or coming up towards the toes. Yes. Yeah, you guys are doing great, just like that. Now, pull your heel closer to your booty. That's it. Nice. You got it. And then release. So now I want you, if you need to go right again, just one leg at a time, you can. If you can take both legs, I'll have you take both legs now. Yes, if you guys can see Quinn's screen, like Quinn is like right there in it, like it's perfect. Yeah. Nice, Amber. Yeah, there you go. Now rotate your fingers forward. Yep. So it's almost as if your elbows are up towards the ceiling. You got it, Bethany. Just pull your heels towards your booty. Yeah, you guys, right there. Beautiful. Nice, Greg. Keep pulling back for 3, 2, and release. I'm going to take upward facing dog, pressing up onto your chest, or up onto your thighs, excuse me. Actually, it's none of those things. I don't know what I just said. Lift your thighs, lift your chest, downward facing dog. Ooh, yeah, I don't know what I just said, but bring your hands together at the, actually don't do that. Let's go for half pigeon. So I want you to take your right leg to the sky and then swing it in so your right knee is in line with your right wrist. And you can walk your shin parallel to the top of your mat. Yeah, sometimes it changes from minute to minute, day to day. It's kind of like this virus, right? You just kind of got to roll with the punches. And whatever is showing up right here, like acknowledge it, take it on. Maybe you have a lot of tightness sitting in your glute. Maybe it's running to your inner groin, like wherever it is, start breathing there. Take a big deep breath in. And then exhale, start to surrender. Yeah, press your left hip down. Reach your hands forward. Maybe you're on your forearms right here. Notice if you're putting a lot of tension in your neck, soften, shake your head out. Allow your shoulders to draw back. Notice if this feels easy or comfortable. Curl your back toes under and take a fuller expression. And if you curl your back toes under here, you'll feel this in your left hip flexor. Yeah, so when you curl your toes under, you're actually gonna go action in the leg and lift. Feel that. Yeah. And know that if you wanna deepen even from here, you can move into king pigeon or take a variation of that, bending the back knee and with your right hand reaching back for your foot. You can always, or did I say the wrong hand? Left hand to your right leg, or no. Yeah, it would be my left hand into my left leg. And you can even take your elbow to your foot if that's available. As for some of us, just grabbing the foot is where we're at. Draw in to create your full expression out. Release slowly, mindfully, downward facing dog. Shaking out your legs, pedaling your feet. Move into half pigeon on the opposite side. Lift your left leg up and then bring your left knee towards the top of your mat. Adjust your shin, adjust your whole body wherever you need. I tend to align my shin at the front of my mat, and then as soon as I square my hips forward, my right hip comes up, my shin tends to come back a little bit, and that's exactly where it needs to be. So square your hips forward, press your right hip down, and then walk forward. So you want your ankle and knee in line with your hip. Take a breath in, and then relax in, and just start to settle. Full inhale, full exhale. What are you holding on to right here? Where can you let go? What are the distractions that are showing up right here? Tension, tightness. And take another inhale. Exhale them out of the way and then go a little bit deeper. Whatever deeper is for you. Maybe it's off of the elbows. Maybe it's bending the back knee and seeing what's possible on this side. Yeah, for me, there's a bind available on one side and it's not on the other. And there's no judgment there. There's just a new working there. Yeah, and so I keep trying and then keep working towards that bind. Where are you giving up and where are you continuing to try to get there, to go a little bit deeper? Like, where are you in the work and where are you just giving up on yourself? Come back in right here. Don't give up. We're here. 3 more breaths. You've got this. Draw in and fully express out. Release. Everybody, downward facing dog. However you get there, pedaling your feet, shaking out your head. And float through to a seated position. Take your feet out in front of you for a seated seated forward fold. And then reach both hands up to the sky. Forward bow. Inhale, flatten your back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in. Breath out. Everybody, take one more, filling your lungs to your fullest capacity. Empty all the way. Slowly release. Roll up to a seated position. And then bring your hands behind your back, like at your glutes. Slide your hands under your low back, and then drop to your forearms. Take fish. If you are using a block or taking a supported variation of this, take the block long ways between your shoulder blades. If you're moving into full expression, straighten your legs, press your toes forward. Drop your gaze back. You can even move into flying fish, where it's lifting the feet. Breath in and release. Slowly release onto your spine. And everybody, take an inversion of your choice. You can move into waterfall, just lifting the feet up to the sky. If you have a block, placing the block under the hips, or even moving to a wall. You can roll onto your shoulder blades, come into shoulder stand, stack your hips over your shoulders, or even moving into traditional headstand. From shoulder stand, plow. Drop your feet to the earth, press your thighs up and away. From plow, Padasana, bend your knees to cover your ear holes. You can come onto the tops of your feet if it's available. From Padasana, back to plow. If you're in a headstand or a handstand, make your way child's pose. From plow, one foot at a time, back up to shoulder stand. And slowly, right here, everyone make your way back to the mat, onto your spine. And create length here throughout your whole body, reaching your fingertips over your head and way out in front of you, taking your toes out in front of you and away. And then with this length, ball up your fists, squint your eyes, grit your teeth, flex your toes, and fill your lungs to your fullest capacity yet, and hold for 5, 4, 3. Right when you want to let it go, just hold it. Shavasana. Final rest. Close your eyes. Allow your body to just be heavy. Take a big breath in. And a full exhale. Just bring in awareness to the sounds inside of the room, your space. And bringing an awareness into the sounds outside of your space, outside of the room. movement into the body, head side to side, ankles and wrists move. And come into a fetal position on your right side. Keeping your eyes closed here, press to a seated position. And sit up tall. Bring your hands to heart center. Together, we'll seal our practice. 3 ohms. Inhale. Ah. 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 Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. Together, let's bow. Namaste. Great job, you guys. Yeah, nice work. It is always a pleasure to see you guys right here, just taking some time for yourself and being in your practice and, you know, staying connected to the community. So again, thank you so much. Right on your screen, Quinn, can you wave to everybody? You guys, there's Quinn, if you can see her. And Quinn is back on the schedule. We're super excited about it. Quinn is leading Yin. Yeah, that rhymes. Quinn is Yin on Monday night, so you can't forget it. Quinn is teaching Yin on Monday nights at 7 o'clock, you guys. And I know, right? It's super exciting. I'm with you guys. And she's also taken back her Friday morning at 9:15. So Quinn is back. Woo! Yeah, let's give her some thumbs up and show her how much we're excited about that. Yeah. So we are ready. And if you are ready, come experience Quinn. This same link will work for Quinn's classes and the same password. So again, she is Friday night is your next opportunity. Friday night or Friday morning, 9:15 a.m. And then again next Monday night at 7 p.m. for Yin. So excited, Quinn, to have you back on the schedule and in our virtual live. So thank you so much. And then we also have Miss Amber right here. I saw a few little ones on the call. You guys, if you have not experienced our kids' virtual class, get your kids on there. She's so much fun. Just having a great time with the kids' class. It's Wednesdays at 3 p.m. It's every Wednesday right here. She'll lead it right here. And you can come in, and I mean, it's a great time. We normally say the ages are 5 to 11. But if for some reason you're like, my kid is 2, and I think he just loves to watch the other kids, the virtual way is the best way to experience it. So whatever age your kid is, if he enjoys or she enjoys playing with the other ones, watching the other little ones on the screen, the cool thing about Amber's kids class is they leave the volume on and you get to experience the kids talking and playing as well. So just some new classes that are on the schedule, you guys. I invite you to join in, dial in. Amber's still leading for all the adults the Thursday morning. So it is still there. We posted the schedule on social media. You guys reach out to us. Let us know what you need. Let us know what we can add. We're here for you. Have an incredible day, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Go out and kill it, or stay in and kill it. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye. Bye, guys.